Good morning. Welcome to SP Streamer Live. I am your host, Michael Simione. You can follow me on Twitter at SP Streamer. Today, we're going to go through the usual streaming chart. We're going to go through the K-Walk leaders of the last month because I think that'll be pretty interesting. And yeah, just the usual. I hope none of you or only a few of you took my last two picks. They were pretty bad, but blowups are going to happen. Unfortunately, I did warn everyone it's going to be a hard streaming week, and I still stand by that because it's tough when these offenses that are typically bad are trending up and vice versa. Things get a little crazy. So yeah, so we're going to go through the chart today and again, look at some K-Walk leaders in the last month, see if we can see some outliers, that kind of stuff. All right, so to start off for today, we got a bunch of options for today, a couple of good ones too, actually. We're going to roll out Tyler Anderson going against Miami. I like pitchers at home. I know he doesn't have a good ERA at home, but Miami's been struggling for the entire season. The 15.1 swing strike percentage is nice. They aren't really good against lefties. You could see that 69 WRC plus right here. They're striking out a lot. So we're leaning Tyler Anderson against Miami today. Then we have Griffin Canning going in Seattle. We know how much they could struggle. And Canning's been really good. He has the lethal slider, could get you a lot of strikeouts. So that makes a lot of sense. It was Cody Petit pitching today in Pittsburgh, but now it looks like it's going to be Eliza Hernandez. Petit's going to be pushed to tomorrow. This could work out well. I typically don't like going with pitchers coming off the injured list because usually they don't perform as well. So I'm going to take this away. Again, I did have Petit picked as an option originally, but I'm not going to go with Eliza for the fact that he's coming off an injury. I think Ryan Yarbrough could be pretty sneaky against the Yankees. They're not that great against lefties. They've been struggling as of late. Yarbrough's been trending the right way. He's been pretty good, honestly. The 15.2 K-Walk is pretty decent. So I think that's a little sneaky play if you want to go that route. Vladimir Gutierrez, he shifted from yesterday to today with a rain out. He gets St. Louis now. Okay matchup if you're a little desperate and want to start. I could see that as well. Not a fan of Happ going against the Royals because they're hot and cold and really hot right now. Wainwright's typically pretty good at home, so that I could see that with Cincy, but they've been kind of hot as well. And the rest of it's just kind of mediocre. I mean, the real interesting thing here is you got Odorizzi versus Boston. So I don't know if you all know, we have something. I was developing like a streaming formula, and actually what it was I found that if you took a pitcher at home going against a team that had WRC plus under 70 in the last 7 days and a swing strike percentage over 12, that they would typically perform really well. Well, it looks like Odorizzi has that option and opportunity against Boston here. Problem is I don't trust Odorizzi. This could turn out really well, though. So if you guys want to roll with that, go for it. I mean, I probably shouldn't go against my own formula, but I'm going to. And then you have Gamber as that opportunity as well against Texas, who's been abysmal. But in Colorado, I just can't do it yet. If anyone has any strong opinions on these, please let me know. But yeah, I don't know. In Colorado, I can't do it. If this was in Texas, I'd be all over this, but it's not. So we can't touch it for right now. All right, now we're going to move on to 6-4, which is tomorrow. I'm going with Brubaker against Miami. Brubaker, I think, has been typically really good. Look at that home ERA. I think he's much better at home, and this is something we should all take advantage of. Then I like Fleming against Texas. Again, Texas has been really bad, so they finally leave Colorado. Typically, teams, when they leave Colorado too, the offenses don't play as well. So I think this is a no-brainer right here. Actually, I might shift this to my main pick. I might bump him up too. I really like Fleming. Going to be get you really good ratios. I think that's a no-brainer right there. Cody Petit, who we mentioned a little bit earlier, he's going to be in Pittsburgh, so obviously that's going to be an option. Pitt, typically always struggles. Hauser against Arizona. I don't want to touch Arizona because I just threw David Peterson against them, and look what happened there. So I am not looking at Adrian Hauser at all. Turnbull gets a nice test here against the White Sox. 122 WRC plus their last 7. Their offense has just been so good against righties, lefties. Doesn't matter. They're just fantastic. So I'm curious to see how he does there, as well as a pitcher we're about to talk about in a couple minutes. Logan Webb gets the Cubs. Logan Webb's been really good. Look at that 1.89 ERA at home. Good ballpark for him. The K walks, tremendous. The swing strikes, ridiculous. He's been on one lately. But the Cubs have been hot too, so something's got to give. Who knows what's going to happen there? I'm just going to stay away from it and watch. All right, the rest is just kind of meh, so we'll move on. This is for 6-5. We're going to grade this out together. There are going to be more options. There's a lot of pitchers that have yet to be announced. So this could change. I wouldn't, buy into anything yet. So let's roll through this though. Merrill Kelly's been really good. We've talked about him recently. I don't really see a lot under the hood that makes me think he is taking a step forward, but he was running hot. I mean, the 28.2 K walks, tremendous. He's going against Milwaukee, who could strike out a lot. They've been playing it a little better as of late, but they do struggle against righties. I think they just take advantage of lefties. So I'm going to give this a 7-0. Decent start. Pretty good option, but not something I'm super confident in. Then we got Cole Irvin going against Colorado. Again, in Colorado, it's just so hard. I want to almost stream against them in Colorado because it makes a lot of sense because the Rockies' offense is just bad. Even when they're home, they're just horrible. The 112 WRC plus against lefties is a little worrisome, though. The K rate drops for them when they face lefties as well. This is tough. I'm going to go 6-8 there. Now, we got Ross Stripling, who I liked as of late. Good strikeout potential, but he's getting Houston, who's just on fire. It makes no sense to take him. I'm going to go with a 6-3 here. Tyon going against Boston. Boston's been struggling. 60 WRC plus, last 7 days. Swing strike percentage up. They are not really getting on base. The OPS is low. They're not really slugging, but we know what that offense could do. Tyon's been struggling, but he's been pretty good at home with a 2.90 ERA. I think he's going to start improving as the season moves on. So this actually isn't a terrible option. I'm going to give it a 6-9, though. I still think I might prefer Kelly. This could switch, though. We'll see what happens. Skubal is who I mentioned earlier. He is getting his an actual test against the White Sox here. White Sox kill lefties. They're hot as of late. Skubal has been phenomenal. I talked about him on our live show last night. Basically what he did was he ditched his splitter. He's going to that changeup that he worked on over the summer. Winter. It makes a ton of sense for him to go to the changeup. It gives him another pitch to go against righties with, which he's been struggling against. And look at what's happened these last 3 starts. A 30.3 K walk, elite, 14.7 swing strike percentage, elite as well. Doing everything you want to see. So this is a good test. If he was facing anyone else, I'd be all over him. I'm shocked he's only 13% owned. I suggest you go and grab him if he's still on your waiver wire. I'm going to give it a 6-9 just because, again, the matchup's a little scary. He has been hot, though, so this is going to be really interesting to watch. I'm going to be all over this game. It's a must-watch game. See how he does. See how he performs. Because if he's good, I don't know what's going to stop this guy. All right, Alex Cobb. He's been good, too. He has the strikeout potential when that splitter's going. It's just a matter of when will the splitter be going. So he gets Seattle. Good matchup. He's at home, which I like. 2.25 ERA at home. This is going to be a tough one. Decide between him and Kelly. I'm going to give him a 7-0. I'm going to push him up as well. Now I got Mitch Keller against Miami. If only we knew what we were getting from Mitch Keller. Walks galore sometimes. No control. Has that amazing slider, though. It's a coin flip. I'm going to give him a 6-5. I mean, you're literally just flipping a coin and saying, I'm either going to get 7 earned in 2 innings or 7 brilliant innings. So I guess we'll see what happens there. Brad Keller against Minnesota. Keller's been better, but I don't want any part of it. Minnesota's offense is just flat out good. Cole Stewart against the Giants. Don't want any part of that either. That offense is good. You got Yang against the Rays. They've been playing a little better. They're just not that scary this year, honestly. I mean, they're good, but they're not scary good. So in the right time, I will stream against them. But no, not a lot of faith in Yang here. So we're going to go 5-5. We got Freeland at home against Oakland. Oakland hits lefties well. Plus, you're in Colorado. Just something I can't trust. I'm going to give that a 5-5 as well. So that's for 6-5. If you need to jump on something now, I get it. Go grab Kelly and Cobb. Makes a lot of sense. If you want to wait, maybe wait. Something else better might pop up. Because like I said, there's a lot of pitchers who haven't been announced yet. So that does that. So just to read it real quick, Anderson, Cranning for today, Brubaker, Fleming for tomorrow. And looks like it's going to be Kelly or Cobb for the day after, but we're going to wait to see some more people announce before we really announce that. All right, so we're going to look at some K-Walk leaders from the month of May and kind of maybe dive into them too a little bit just to see what's going on, if it's real. So let's start off at the top. So for real quick, for those who don't know, K-Walk percentage is one of the best in-season indicators for success when it comes to pitchers. Normalizes quickly, and it makes a lot of sense. It means they're striking out a lot and walking less. So it's the go-to stat, I would say, for in-season with pitchers. So that's why we're going to look at it for the month of May. So we got Max Scherzer at the top, no surprise. Rodon at the top, no surprise there. His season's just phenomenal. Wheeler, guy's been on fire, striking out left and right. Always had that low walk rate. Man, he looks good. Pissed he's not a Met anymore. Gausman, could not have been more wrong about him. That splitter is still rolling. So we'll see how he does. No surprise there. Robbie Ray, everyone knows about him. Look at that walk percentage, 3.3%. This is what we wanted from you, Robbie Ray. Thank you. Louis Rice, we all know he could be good. That's a phenomenal K-walk percentage. The strikeout rate is great. He's always been a really good pitcher. Just a matter of how many innings he's going to get. We'll find out. I think next season he's going to be taken very early, and it would make a lot of sense. Woodruff has been absurd this season, really good. I mean, the FIP on this is super low. I like everything he's doing. He's been great. Woodruff is just so good where there's nothing in his arsenal that like throws off alarms. Like there's nothing wrong with him. He's just so solid all around. We got Scooble up here, number 8. We just talked about him briefly. It was looking really good. True test. We'll see what happens there. Chris Bassett. This makes sense. Bassett had a tough schedule to start. We knew it was easier going forward. He's taking advantage of it. Very good for him. Peralta, we all know. Musgrove, we know. All right. Now we get to Austin Gamber. After getting Gambered, after he Gambered everybody, Gamber has been playing really well. 23.9 K walks, really good. The ERA in the month of May was 3.15 with a 3.98 FIP. Here's what's interesting too is the BABIP isn't horrendous for him, and the left on base percentage is right there. So this is interesting. Again, I looked into Gamber, and I do like the things he's doing. He's playing to his strengths with his pitches. It's with Colorado, you just don't know. But he's been pitching good at Colorado, so I guess keep throwing him out there. You might as well. It makes a lot of sense, so I'd keep rolling with it. You got Garrett Cole here at 23.6%. This is interesting. Look at that 90.9 LOB. That's a little lucky, but he should be fine. Obviously, he's Garrett Cole. We got Eflin. Eflin's starting to make a little bit of he's like making a rebound, but not. The 4.5 ERA comes with a lower FIP and a low Sierra and a low XFIP, showing that he should be better moving forward. I do think he's going to be better going forward. I know I've been a Eflin hater. I just really think he's going to end up around that 4 ERA mark. And I think people were just too high on him. I think they were thinking breakout 3.5 ERA, 30% strikeout rate, and that we're just not seeing that. And I don't think we're going to see that. But I do think he's serviceable. I think he's someone that you should own. let's scroll down here. Let's talk about Alzolay for a minute. He's got a 21.2K walk percentage. Look at this walk rate, 3.4%, 3.5%. Obviously shows a little luck here, but the ERA and stuff checks out. But let's just click on his page for a minute here, because this guy's been on a roll, and I feel like no one's really talking about him. I've been streaming him for quite some time. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 straight starts where he's only allowed 3 earned a run or less. 9 straight. So let's look at those 9 straight starts real quick here. So in those 9 starts, here's a 3.26 ERA with a 3.52 FIP and a 3.25 xFIP. The left on base percentage 78, a little high, but nothing too crazy. The BABIP's low, so maybe he's getting a little lucky, but that shows in his FIP. This is really good. I mean, wow. Look at his last 3. His last 3, he has a 1.53 ERA with a 2.57 FIP. That's crazy. He's been really good. And it's all because of one pitch. So let's go to the splits. We're going to go here real quick. So let's look at the slider. So it's a 9.1 p-val with a 17.3 swing strike. He gets hitters to chase outside the zone. He could also throw it in the zone. And then he also tacks on the sinker there. The slider's really good. And it only has a 33 WRC plus against it, and he's throwing it a ton. Let's go real quick. Sometimes I like doing this because then we just do this more often. I never know where it's actually going, the stream, but I like it. All right, so the slider location's okay. With sliders, it's more about location than movement. You obviously do want a lot of movement, but the location is pretty important. But look at this, man. 46.7% of the time he is throwing his slider. This, and I've said it before, reminds me of Patrick Corbin. You have a really, really good slider, and then you have fastballs that are okay and sitting around 93. You know, they're not killer, but they're not going to kill him either. So it's pretty good. So I really like Alzolay's doing. I mean, look at this slider bumpage. He went from 6.7% last year to 46.7% this year. Just using it a ton. I like to see him bring the sinker lower a little bit, but man, I mean, he's been good. I understand this blue here. You know, I wouldn't even bother with that. You know, this shows what could have happened, but it didn't happen. You know, don't ever just go by this. Always look into it. And he's just really, really good. Keeping those walks down, throwing the slider. If he leaves in the middle, yes, he could get hit hard, but he's been utilizing it perfectly. I'm pretty big on him. This is pretty awesome. Can it backfire kind of like I thought it would have met? Of course it can. Could he be closer to 4 ERA? Sure, but you got him for free. Makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, I mean, I love Alzolay there. And we walked through some K-Walk guys. We walked through our streaming sheet. If anyone has any questions, please let me know. Feel free to talk at all during my my live feeds. It always seems pretty quiet, probably because it's the morning and you're all tired, which I don't blame you. Sometimes I wake up and do this and I'm like dead, but I guess I'm a little energetic today. So yeah, that does it. Any questions, please let me know. Please follow us on Twitter at SPStreamer. Check out our website, spstreamer.com. Please subscribe to our Twitch and YouTube. It means a lot. The more subscribers, the better for us, obviously. I'm really happy more people are starting to watch on a consistent basis as I do this in the mornings. So that's pretty cool. I'll continue to do that. Sometimes we do the on the bumps at night, and then we have that Saturday longer Saturday show. So yeah. So again, thanks a lot for watching. We will see you all tomorrow. I hope you all have a great day. Stay safe, and we'll see you